The Early Skirmishes, Trojan War Episode 3. The Greek fleet had crossed the sea. Their sails blackened the horizon. Their armies thundered onto the plains before Troy. But the great city stood tall, its walls unbroken, its defenders unyielding. Thus began the first skirmishes, small battles, duels, and sudden assaults that would test the courage of heroes on both sides. For 10 long years, the Greeks and Trojans would clash upon these blood-soaked plains. Among the first duels was one born not of strategy, but of vengeance. Paris, Prince of Troy, the man who had taken Helen, stepped forward to face her husband, Menelaus of Sparta. The armies drew back, holding their breath as the two men fought for a queen, for honor, and for destiny. Menelaus was the stronger. He struck Paris down, seizing him by his helmet, dragging him through the dust. But before the Spartan king could finish his foe, Paris vanished, spirited away by the goddess Aphrodite, who would not allow her champion to die so soon. Thus, the duel ended without resolution, and the war raged on. The Trojans too had their champions. At their head stood Hector, eldest prince of Troy, brother of Paris, and the city's greatest defender. By his side fought Aeneas, a warrior of noble heart, guided and guarded by the gods themselves. With them stood Sarpedon, Glaucus, and other allies from faraway lands, proving that Troy did not stand alone. These early years were filled with countless duels, each forging reputations that would echo through time. Ajax the Great fought with towering might, his shield like a wall against the Trojan tide. Diomedes of Argos, young and bold, carved a name for himself among the fiercest, striking down Trojans by the dozen. Even the cunning Odysseus showed his valor, not only with words and wit, but with blade and shield. Yet despite the Greeks' fury, the walls of Troy held firm. Each skirmish ended as it began, with neither side breaking, both sides bleeding. But this was no war of mortals alone. The gods themselves walked the battlefield, guiding spears, blinding eyes, turning duels into divine games. Athena stood with the Greeks, offering wisdom and strength. Apollo shielded the Trojans, driving back the Achaeans with his wrath. Aphrodite saved her son Aeneas, and Paris again and again. And so, each clash was more than war. It was destiny, shaped by the unseen hands of Olympus. Days turned into months, months into years. The Greeks could not breach the city's walls. The Trojans could not drive the invaders into the sea. The war stretched on, longer than any had dreamed. But heroes were rising, grudges deepening, and wrath building. The greatest battles were yet to come.